Awesome. So again, my name is Nikki Lee. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this once again. I see a lot of people are still joining with us, so that's super, super exciting. This is the greatest turnout that we had for how to work with accountability partner. It is a free group, and what we're doing is people that need an accountability partner and they need that push. I mean, this photo says it all. If you can't get up the side of that cliff and you need some help to get pulled up, that's what Marnie suggested that we do. So we started a group. The accountability group is going to be Nikki Lee, myself, Marnie Hernandez, Amy Cabrera, Tommy Joe, Sushil Hoover, Molly, and I believe Lexi is going to be assisting as well. So if you have any questions about this program, go ahead and get with any of those leaders. Now, we have 123 here. I'm super excited to go ahead and show you guys and really explain and dig down deep as to what this is. If you guys don't have an accountability partner, please message Marnie Hernandez. She will send you the link to get an accountability partner. She will then match you with someone. She will then text you with the accountability partners together. Please don't respond back to that text, but respond to your new accountability partner, okay? All right, let's go over some things here. I would like to let you guys know that even though most people avoid it, accountability works, okay? It really works. A lot of people avoid it because they don't like people. They kind of feel like they're their boss, right? They want to work for themselves, but we're not there to be the boss. We're just there to assist and help you up. Actually, if you do not measure and report your progress, then you're probably not making much progress at all, okay? However, having a specific accountability partner increases your chances of 95%. How many of you guys want to switch your success rate to 95%? I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing now, but everybody's like me. I personally have to have a partner, an accountability partner. I mean, I have two. I don't know if that brings my chance of success up to 98, but having Marnie and Charles, I definitely feel like that's why my reason for succeeding. So definitely, if you want to increase it to 95%, this is the greatest thing to do right here. Also, let's talk about what an accountability partner is. An accountability partner is a person who coaches another person in terms of helping the other person keep a commitment, right? They may not know how to get there yet themselves because you guys may be brand new, but at least they can help the person keep the commitment. Like, have you done this? Did you finish this? How was your experience? And talking it out. Sometimes people just need someone to talk them through it. I don't know this word, hon. Do you know this word? Does anyone know what this word is? Neologism. I'm not a total nerd, but you guys know what that word is? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Neologism.
Neologism. Okay, there you go. The term is neologism and has gained relatively wide use since the 1990s. Oftentimes, accountability partners exchange commitments to help one another follow through. Well, there you go. I learned a new word. Thank you, guys. Newly coined word of expression. Awesome. Okay, here are 6 actions for holding people accountable. Marnie, you want to go through it? Or is Amy Cabrera here? Amy, are you there? Amy Cabrera or Tommy Joe or any of the Molly or any of the accountability partner leaders here? Can you guys hear me?
I am here.
Okay, cool. You could just take yourself off mute. Who is this?
This is Molly.
All right, cool. Molly, you want to go over the 6 actions for holding people accountable? That would be awesome.
Sure. So the first one is follow up on expectations when you say you're going to do something. The second one is be consistent with accountability. The third one is hold people accountable for both their actions and their results. The fourth is expectations are non-negotiable. The fifth is hold people accountable in writing. So like you teach us, write your goals down. And the sixth one, if someone consistently fails, then fire them.
Wonderful, Molly.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you so much. Awesome. Now, I've put together two websites on here so that you guys, you can look up on your own. Oops, sorry, I went too far. You guys can kind of look up on your own. But, I recommend, it doesn't have to be these websites, but I recommend, in order to be a really good accountability partner, do a little research, find out what your job is first, right? If you're assigned to someone, you want to make sure you know what your responsibilities are as a partner, right? And what you should expect from a partner as well. So I put together these two. There's getmotivatedbuddies.com. You can go ahead and research that and then just go to 10 guidelines. We can go to that actually. Let's see here. We'll go to those. We'll go to those after. We'll explore that for sure. Joetta says, I'm so getting fired. Awesome. So is anyone else here? Sushil or Amy Cabrera or Marnie, you guys want to go over the 8 steps to follow if there's a problem? Now, first, let me explain this to you guys. When you're talking to an accountability partner and you find there's going to be a little, maybe there could be someone, Nicole Alvarez just said, what if you can't get a hold of your partner? Things like that. So if there are issues, related problems about getting with them or things that they're doing, there are some steps to follow. So if someone could absolutely come on and definitely go over some of those steps to follow if you do find any kind of problem with the partner, because this is really important to address first before the problem arises, right? So there may be a non-compatibility issue or whatever it is, but it's important to recognize these 8 steps. Amy, are you there? Or Marnie or anybody there? Marnie.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, cool. Are you shopping? You want me to go over them, or you guys want to go over them?
No, I'm here. I just picked up my cat, so he's on my lap.
Okay,
so,
cool. We can go back and forth if you want to do the first, and I'll do the second, and we'll go back.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So you want me to go over this slide, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, it's perfect. All right. So if you notice let me turn this down. Repeated problems, here are 8 steps to follow. So first off, set aside time to talk. Plan a time to talk face to face or over the phone. That's always great. Communication is the key. Number 2, listen first. Let your friend talk about what he or she did, why, and how your friend feels about it. Again, always lend an ear, listen to what they're saying. Number 3, ask your friend how you can challenge them. As an example, ask your friend, when these things happen, what is the best way for me to encourage you? Number 4, praise the small steps. Again, every little bit counts. So look for small changes over time and point that out, that you notice them, praise them, congratulate them, etc. It's always great to hear positive thoughts. Number 5, plan preventive steps. So look for patterns in your friend's life that seem to lead to inappropriate internet use. Brainstorm practical ways your friend can put a wall between himself or herself and the temptation. Number 6, tap the power of positive motivations. Ask your friend, what do you have to gain in life by avoiding these temptations? Instead of giving into this temptation, what kind of person do you want to become? Again, good thing, listen, see what they need, see how you can help. That's what we're here for, is to help people. 7, tap the power of negative motivations. Ask your friend, if you continue doing this over and over, can you roll the window up, please? Sorry. If you continue to do this over and over, what do you stand to lose in your life? And then number 8, recognize when others are needed. Sometimes others need to be brought into the accountability relationship. A spouse, a parent, a mentor, a counselor, or a spiritual leader. recognize when you need help or when others need to know. So again, we have all types of people in our company. We have anywhere from 18 to 70-year-olds. We have, teachers and, artists and everything. So, we always have somebody that can help and step in and help, if you need it. So make sure you reach out, use the resources, contact us. We're all here to help each other. If we don't know, we will find somebody that will help you. So again, we're all in this together. We're all here to grow and, live the life we want to live. So thank you. Here you go, Nicole.
Awesome. So I want to talk a little bit about when it says temptation. It's bad habits is what it is. So unfortunately, and I hate to say it, but if you're not making the money that you want to make, or you're not achieving the goals that you're making, your life is a bunch of bad habits. Okay. So temptation would be something like temptation would be like going to do something that doesn't go in the direction of the goals, if that makes sense. They're actually bad habits. And I hate to say that. And I know you guys are saying truth and facts. It's bad habits in life, habits of not doing anything that's going to make you successful. And, it's okay to watch Tiger Kings or Naked and Afraid or all these crazy shows, but only if you're rewarding yourself. You should do those things after you work. Like I'm going to give Marnie as an example. Okay. Marnie and I both watch movies. We both watch shows. We both watch those things, but we do it after we've worked all day. We've achieved all those goals. Now, if I didn't see any progress with Marnie and I saw she watched the entire series of Tiger King the whole entire day, she's my best friend. So she's gonna tell me. And if she did that, then I know that Marnie fell into temptation and she didn't do her work for the day. Now, if I know that's her Sunday and she's off, she can watch TV all day long. But those are the temptations that we are talking about. So if you fall into all of those temptations, then that's a problem. That's an issue. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to break the bad habits of what you're doing on a daily basis to not be able to make the money that others are making. Because if you see people in here like Marnie and Amy and Tommy Joe, and they're making a stupid amount of money, there's nothing different from them to you guys and from me to you guys why you can't do the same exact thing, because it's just duplication. That's it. And Brent just said Marnie's too busy helping people to watch TV. Yes, but she does reward herself. She does, if you guys know Marnie, she does have a hot tub. She does have, a bottle of wine. And who cares if she has a glass of wine? She totally deserves that, right? Me too. If I drink a glass of wine, I can. I've already done my fair share of my job all day long, right? But you have to get into those good habits before you can take anything else. They're called rewards after. The wine, the hot tub, the movies, whatever it is, not exercising for the day. I guess that would be probably a temptation, that if you didn't exercise, you were tempted to watch TV and sit on your butt instead of exercising. Those are bad habits you have to get rid of every single day. Marnie says she gives herself money when she drinks more wine. So yes, we could do these things together. Really, really cool. So I hope you guys understand that in order to change your life, you have to change your life. And the thing is, you have to get rid of the habits that you're doing, because if they're not making you any kind of money, if they're not making you lose weight, if they're not making you healthier, then you have to get rid of those things that you're doing, because what you're doing now is not going to change anything for the future. That's for sure. Okay. So let's see here. All right. So let's talk about now. It's going to have to be on you guys. You can take a screenshot where I'm actually going to create all PDF files and put this in the Rising Tide. I will put this up there so that everybody has, you can print it out. You can actually print your own out. You can make your own out. It doesn't have to be anything special, but accountability partners should have a weekly, okay, just like this, and a check mark. That is so crucial right there. The check mark is really, really important. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that is really, you have to put it in writing. You have to do that, okay? So the place to start is with the plan. You can do this on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be fancy or exciting or anything like that. It just has to have one piece of paper and it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day. Because if you're off and you decide to be off on Saturday, you need to write that down. That's your day of rest, and that's the day that you're gonna rest. Mine is Sunday, okay? So does anyone have any questions thus far that we can all answer? I think Marnie's here, Molly's here, and I'm here. So do you guys have any questions at all? I have some more to add. I just wanna make sure I don't go any further before you guys have any questions on how this works.
Hey, Nikki, it's Trina, huh?
Uh-huh.
I literally, sometimes I work, my Sundays are off. I work Monday through Saturday. Some of the things I do are productive and some are not. It's like, okay, because I feel like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's like, I got all these meetings, and then when I get done with all these meetings, throughout the day, it's like, I have no time.
Okay, well, let me talk about that. That's a good point, Trina. I'm glad that you brought that up. Let me write that down. Let me talk about
Time for your frozen, babe. You're
okay.
frozen.
I'm glad you guys, hold on, give me a second, guys. Can you guys hear me, see me, yes? Yes, can you guys hear me?
I know, I can now. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. We will address that, absolutely. Let me address that at the end. It's not too late to get a partner. No, absolutely not. You know, for me personally, I like a weekly. I like something weekly. It should look something like this, guys. I like weekly planners. Monthly planners are great, but weekly planner is good. And then you have to set it up to what you want, to do. Because, you know, Marnie may want to just do team building. I may just want to do travel booking. So ours is going to look very different. I cannot put a list together for you. You guys have to put a list together yourselves. Now, we are going to create a list. I think Amy started it, Marnie, all the leaders here started to make a list of things, some ideas. But at the end of the day, Trina's is gonna look like Trina's. Nikki Lee's is gonna look like Nikki Lee's. Now, Marnie and I are gonna do ours this week, and we're gonna show examples of what it looks like. That way you guys can see kind of examples. But you know what? If you feel brave, I would go for it and just start writing down the things you wanna do. And some of the ideas, I'll go over some of the ideas for like travel bookings would be call everybody on your phone. Do A's, then do the B's, then do the C's. You got 30 days, right? So I would do the A's on today. I would do the B's tomorrow, the C's on the third day. And make a plan and stick to it. And I recommend doing a training a day. That's not gonna kill you. And you know, I really wanna go over kind of what Trina said. It's really difficult for her. If it's difficult for you, you may have to Trina, for you, maybe you have too many things on your to-do list and maybe you never even wrote it down. So for you, I would take it slow until you get into routine. For example, if you guys feel that you're not doing your list, maybe you have too much on your list. Start with one thing and one thing only. Post, and that's it. Do one post a day for travel bookings, one post a day for being a travel agent, and do nothing at all. Do nothing after that. That's it. And do that for 2 weeks until you're on a constant good habit. That's it. That's all you should do. You should just do those two things. Don't try to concentrate on coming to a meeting or any of that kind of thing at all. And Angel says he has 900 contacts. I have over 5,000. I actually have an extra thing that my husband put in there for more. So yes, I understand about contacts. But you know, honestly, Angel, that's how I'm so successful. That's one of the things that I do. I go through the phone. Hey, how are you doing? Right now is the absolute best time. in my let's get things done today, it would say save people. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. People aren't making money. They're home. They're scared. They don't want to leave. You know, it's not, you can't set an opinion on someone and how they feel, whether they feel, you know, Corona is there or Corona is not, or whatever. You just have to help them as to what it is that they want. You know what? I feel that I just don't want to go back to work. I'm scared. So help them. What can we do? Stuff like that. So it's really, really important. No, I don't think a messenger group, not another one, Marnie. That's too much. We don't need it. Absolutely not. We're going to meet this. I actually think that we should be doing this every week, but it's up to you guys. I really would like this every week. I see a large turnout. If I saw a very small turnout, but I think every week this is definitely needed to happen. We have 140 people here. I think this is definitely a weekly thing. And we'll go over people's goals and what they've accomplished and some prizes for some people that have accomplished their goals and stuff like that. Definitely. We don't need a chat. We just need to show up every week. Okay. So do you guys understand? Does anyone have any questions? I really want you guys, everybody has to do their schedule the way their schedule is. We can't tell you how to do your schedule. I mean, I have a schedule here that I completely left blank for this, and I erased it up there. It's next to Charles's desk. That's gonna be for me, Charles, and Marnie together. That's gonna be our goals of what we're gonna do. I actually started super early. So that's absolutely going to be for this week, and I'm gonna do a weekly, and I'm gonna take a picture, and I'm gonna absolutely show you guys ours. Internet unstable again. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I'm sorry about the internet.
Yeah, I can hear you. Nikki, can you hear me, hon?
Yeah, did you understand what I was saying about you probably doing too many things?
Yeah, it's just that, you know, when we have meetings with Jose, and then we have meetings.
Right, we don't need it. You don't need it. If you're still having questions about travel, then you need it. But if you...
It's not trouble. It's just he has like a vendor every day.
You don't need to go there. I think you're doing too much.
I am. I'm doing too much, and
I think you need to do one thing. I think you need to create one habit, and then when you succeed in that, you can move to the next habit. I think you're just doing way too much. I would cut out all of the trainings unless you're a super travel booker and you have time. But yes, you know what? Donna Marie said the best thing, come up for air. To me, come up for air.
That's what my husband tells me, but I don't listen.
Yeah, I think you're doing too much. And you know, I'm guilty of it too. The only thing is I have mastered things where it's okay for me. I think for you, pick something that you really, really love, master that first, and then move on to the next thing, okay? And yes, Karen said, Trina, your success partner will help you out. Let's move on. All right, I only want to keep this like not more than an hour, okay, guys? I don't even want to keep it an hour because I want you guys to be able to work together. I want you guys to be able to do that. Let me explain what's absolutely needed before you guys start this journey, okay? Once you've connected with your accountability partner, I want you guys to have this, okay? Marnie will send this to all of you guys, all right? No problem. You guys have all your emails. She will send you all of these things if you need to print them out, okay? This is an accountability partner agreement, okay? It says we, Nikki Lee and Marnie Hernandez, right, has two names, hereby fully commit ourselves to holding each other accountable to our goals, our happiness, and our success, okay? We will meet by phone, email, text, daily, weekly. Ours would probably say daily for a minimum of, ours is probably 15, 20 minutes a day, right? For a maximum of 1 hour, okay? There's a reason that we do that. We want to respect people's time. Let's say Angel gets on the phone with me and he's asking me questions for 3 hours. Well, that's not respectful to one another, right? Angel, sorry, I didn't mean to use you. as that, but your name was right on under me. But you know, it has to be an agreement. Look, if you ask 1,000 questions, you might want to change your accountability partner. Okay, we got to be mindful of the partner that's helping, or we got to be helping each other, right? So a minimum of 20 minutes and a maximum of an hour, but that has to be an agreement between both of you guys. Okay. Now here's the agreement here. We hereby hold the space for one another to live in the highest possible vision of ourselves. We commit to a relationship based on honesty and encouragement. We will help each other take specific action steps designed to achieve our goals. We will learn to recognize and shed light on our partner's excuses and fears in a firm but compassionate, right? We don't want to be mean and crude and say, Mary, you didn't do that. Or Tim, why the heck did you do that? That was stupid. We're not going to talk like that. We're going to be compassionate with each other. If Tim says to me, you know, I didn't do that because, you know, my mother-in-law came and she kept yelling at me, and okay, Tim, I understand what you're going through. You know, that's okay. That's in the past. That happened. Let's move forward. Okay. So you're going to find solutions, and you're going to help. Okay. We learn to recognize and shed light on our partner's excuses and fears in a firm but compassionate manner. We commit to taking personal responsibility for our own actions, outcomes, and incomes, right? We hereby create a no drama zone. This is not to complain. I am not going to call. Now, it's different when you're friends and when you're an accountability partner. You still want to be professional, okay? I am not going to call Trina and complain to Trina that my husband is yelling at me all day long, okay? That's not going to get anywhere. That is for something else. That is not for business. That has nothing to do with your goals, okay? Drama free. I cannot call Marnie, or I cannot call Amy Cabrera and start complaining about Molly flying too much. Molly flies too much. She doesn't pay attention to me. That is not what we're going to be doing at all. And if anybody does that, I want somebody to get right back to one of us so that we can fix the problem, okay? So refrain from energy draining activities such as gossiping, whining, blaming, and complaining. None of that. I don't want to hear about any of it. I don't want to see any of it. If anybody has any kind of complaining or whining or gossiping, oh, she did this or she did that, we will end the program altogether, I promise you. And we will, like, rising tide is based on honesty and integrity. And if you start gossiping about each other, it will come back to me. You better believe it. And we'll take care of it real quick. The one thing about us is we just cut the bleeding. Doesn't matter. We have 3,000 partners. Cutting the bleeding from one person is not going to hurt us. I promise you. Okay? Because it can bring that energy. Okay? So if you're going to, and I hate to use the same names, I'm sorry. Let me get some other names on here. So if Miranda Vogel gets on the phone with me and we're talking and we're planning out, and then all of a sudden I say, you know what? Marnie's pissing me off. Marnie called me, and Marnie, you know, she didn't work. She was watching Tiger Kings all day and blah, 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 blah. Miranda should come to me and say, Nick, you know what? Let's turn this back into a positive conversation. You know, you should take that up with Marnie. You should handle that with Marnie, right? So they should be going directly to the person and fix it directly to the person. I mean, I don't have all day to counsel you guys, and I'm not a counselor. I'm not a certified counselor. I just want you guys to be positive moving forward. That's all. I just want to make sure that we're all in agreement of that, okay? When needed, we commit to the 5-minute rule, which allows 5 minutes of venting. After 5 minutes, we will be solution-orientated and empowered by asking, what do you plan about doing with this, right? So that's what I had said. if Miranda and I are talking and I'm complaining about Marnie, then it's Miranda will listen, she'll listen, but then she will come back to me and say, all right, what do we plan on doing with this? Because I think that you should talk to Marnie directly. That's what I think. And then it goes nowhere else. It just stops right there, right? Because Miranda created a solution. She helped me create a solution. What do you plan on doing? Okay, you should probably talk about this with her and then, figure it out with her, right? And then we move forward with what steps we're going to take to be successful, okay? This partnership is now formed because we truly want and choose to be held accountable for our intentions, goals, and happiness. Progress equals happiness, right? I mean, our intention at the end of the day is help each other, right? Whether you want to get to, if Miranda Vogel wants to get to gold by the end of the month, that is my goal, to help her get to gold, not to help her do a Disney training. That is not something that I'm going to have her do, because that's not her goal. That's not on her sheet. I can see her sheet. She screenshotted it to me. I already know what she's trying to do. I would never force her to do that, right? If Miranda came to me and said, you know what, I have a massive team of 40 and I would really like to help them. I'm not a great travel booker, but I would really like to help them learn travel bookings. Okay, great. Let's figure out how we can do that. Well, why don't you just send them to Nikki Lee Live, or why don't you just send them to the mock booking trainings? That's solution orientated, right? That's creating a solution and helping each other, right? Because maybe Miranda just doesn't know, but I know, right? And we work it out together, right? So, and then you're gonna both sign it, take a screenshot, send it to each other, do however you wanna do it, get it done. I'm sure there's a way. Please don't text me and say, how do I sign it, and send it to someone. Please don't do that. I mean, just get it done. Even if you have to take a screenshot, sign it and put it together, just get it done. All right. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I can pretty much talk and talk, as you guys can see, but at the end of the day, I really want you guys to be successful. I'm just so happy that there's 130 people on here that are willing to reach out for help. I'm going to turn it back over to Marnie Hernandez. Marnie, do you have anything else?
Hi guys. No, you've done an amazing job. So again, I'm thankful you're my accountability partner. So like I said, I need somebody to hold my feet to the fire, because I'm all over the place a lot of times, and I don't follow through. Again, I'm right here along with all you guys. I mean, I've been with the company almost 5 years. I haven't done my princess training yet to get my free cruise. I did my Disney because I'm a Disney fanatic, but Nicole says, have you done this? Have you done that? No, I'll get to it. Just like the Palladium, $300. What am I doing? Well, I'm taking care of my cat right now, but so definitely, we're all in the same boat. We're all in this together. So I think this is going to be great for everybody. Again, I love the turnout. I thank you guys for signing up. Again, talk to your team members, talk to your partners, your sponsors, get everybody involved, because I think this is a great program. I think it'll help everybody. And again, I got like 15 new people today. So we've been putting this out for 2 weeks now. So definitely any new people that come on, I'll get them partnered up, and let's keep moving forward. And if you guys have any ideas, again, share with us, because we always want to learn new stuff and help people. So again, thank you guys. I hope you have a fabulous Sunday. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Molly and Amy and Tommy, and again, everybody. You guys are all wonderful. So have a wonderful. Oh, one other thing. Corporate Q&A is on at 5 o'clock today, guys. It's great to hear from other leaders. And again, long time I've been in here, I still learn something new each time. Get on it. And then Derek and Isla will be on at the 6:30 corporate training. They're amazing. So there are the travel party experts. So definitely jump on. And again, get on any live trainings you guys can. Great information, always great to learn. So you guys have a great afternoon. Thank you again, Nicole and Charles. I
And-
appreciate you guys taking the time on your day off. So
We're going to do some homework. Now, I had a question in the chat box. It says, what if my accountability partner doesn't respond? I would give them two opportunities to respond. If they do not respond, get back to Marnie and let her know, hey, I've contacted my accountability partner. I would like another one. That's all. You know what you do? You fire them, okay? You fire them. That's what it said. You have to fire them. You cannot wait for them for your success. We don't wait for anybody. Marnie will reassign you, and that person will be put to the back of the list until they're ready. We don't know their situation. We can't jump the gun with them either. We just assign them a new partner. And also homework. I want to give you guys some homework. So what I want you guys to do, and next week we're going to look at the homework and we're going to see where you guys are at. What I need you guys to do, Marnie's going to send you guys the agreement. I have the agreement. Marnie's going to send everybody the agreement. And Marnie is also going to send you guys the weekly and the monthly. So what we're going to do is Marnie has the agreement. She will have this one and she will send it to you guys so that you guys can sign it. These will also be sent if you want to use those. If you don't have it, Marnie will send that to you guys. And the homework is, I want you to write your own plan, okay? We will get some ideas out, but I really want you to write your own plan on what you want to accomplish. So if you want to make gold and you write down your weekly planner or your get things done, I want you to write gold by the date. And I want you to write the daily tasks of what you want to do or what you want to learn to do. Whatever the case may be, I want you to write it down and write your kind of rough draft of a plan. Because what I really want to do is I want to look at some of them and I want to help and I want to explain how to get these things done. And we may have to bring in the mental coach, Charles Lee. I mean, I can help you only so far. I think Charles is, amazing with mental coaching. And, if we have a little bit of blocks, and I heard some people, you guys say you have like some of you guys have ADD and ADHD. So maybe Charles will be able to break us out of that and be able to conquer that. We have a little bit of experience with ADD and ADHD. We've worked together as parents with a child that had ADD and ADHD, and they're our most successful child. So, if you need help with that, maybe Charles can come on and say a few words. But for homework, I want you guys to do the weekly and the monthly goal. I want you to write it down, and I want you to send it to your accountability partner. That's what I want you guys to get done this week, and we will meet next week. Charles Lee, are you here?
Yeah.
Awesome. Can you close it out for us? And anything that you want to add would be awesome. I don't know if you were on the whole time.
Yeah, I was.
Awesome. Tell us what you think.
I love it. I love it all. I love having the accountability partner program because, at the end of the day, we're all kind of doing this, on our own, and just to have that level of extra layer of support to find somebody that's like-minded to be able to do this together with, and also call us on our own BS, right? Sometimes we like to make excuses for ourselves, and so we kind of give ourselves a pass. But then when we have an accountability partner, it doesn't allow us that luxury of having to have that pass for the day, procrastination and things like that. So accountability has always been a powerful thing to always maintain and carry to ensure higher levels of success. And, when you have someone that's like-minded, and I really love the addition to how you touched on not having to gripe and not having to just complain, because, you start that train, then you're going to find yourself in a place where that's all you're doing, and you kind of fall into that rhythm of just doing that all the time. That's something you definitely don't want to do. Solution orientation is going to be the best way to move forward, because once you find a way to move forward, that's what takes you to the next level. Because we all, just so you know, we all hit walls. We all hit plateaus. We all get into a place where we're like, well, okay, so how do we do this next? And how do we do that next? Because I'm just not moving forward right now. And so when we understand that, and when you have an accountability partner where you can bounce ideas with and have additional classes like what we're doing with Rising Tide to constantly provide extra additional layers of training. So that way, you know, we're always looking to level up in some kind of way. And that's really important, because if we don't get the training and have a place as a go-to, then, you know, ultimately we're kind of left on our own island. And that's what we didn't want with Rising Tide, for us to feel like, man, I'm kind of like doing this on my own and this sucks, you know. And we want to avoid that altogether, because at the end of the day, we're very real people. We have our own self responsibilities. We have things that we personally got to do at home. And we also want to, you know, make sure and ensure highest levels of success when we're pursuing this specific endeavor. And when we have like-minded people understanding that we are amongst a community of people that are facing the same direction, looking to better our lives, and getting that extra push, like that football team mentality where we're cheering for each other. And we're not also the football team, but we are also the fans on the bleachers too, because all of us are cheering you on. All of us are pushing you. All of us are saying, yeah, go, right? And so, you know, I love watching everybody's success, be it, you know, it didn't even have to be just Rising Tide itself either. You know, we are always cheering on even people outside of Rising Tide, the other teams like Choices Legacy, Team Raw, Passport Ready, all these other platinum organizations. To us, you know, like, we just love watching success, because at the end of the day, you know, between me and Nikki, we know every platinum story, all of them, every single one of them. And none of them come from like silver spoon background. Nobody. They all grinded. They all grit their teeth. They all like put their nose to the ground and went through the whole entire process of having to deal with all the challenges and bumps and roads along the way. So for me to witness everyone's success the way that they do, any levels of success, I'm always going to cheer it on. And that's what we do here in Rising Tide. So just to have that layer of accountability partners is such a big asset and implementation to Rising Tide as a whole. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So congratulations, guys. This is going to be a very powerful program, and to have a formula in a way, if say your accountability doesn't meet their end of the bargain, for you to be able to be assigned another accountability partner, that's pretty cool, you know. And I think there should be also layers of like ensuring that that accountability partner has basically just went dead, right? Because at the end of the day, part of accountability partner is like, hey, I'm counting on you and you're counting on me to help push each other. So at what point do we say, all right, I'm doing my part of the bargain. I keep pushing this person. And then I think at some point you're going to realize, hey, you know what? They're just checked out. So if that be the case, I really truly feel that is when a new accountability should be assigned. So with that said, back to you guys, and have an awesome and blessed Sunday. Stay safe.
Hey, Nikki, this is Karen. Are you going to post those links for us? The ones you have up on the screen a little bit ago?
I'm gonna go ahead and get those sent out to everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't done with Charles. Can I go back to Charles real quick, guys, before we end? Charles, are you there? Sorry, I wasn't done with you. Thank you so much for helping out and being here and getting involved. Would you just answer one question for me, please? A lot of people have a hard time, really getting going. What would you say? And I did mention that, you know, we did have a daughter that had ADD and ADHD. I mean, I don't want to believe it, but they said that. And, you know, she's she's a very successful child that we have. And I believe that as parents, we did the right thing. I mean, you mostly did most of it, but, you know, what would you say can really help the people that can't get focused? And do you have any advice for those that really need to stay on a path to get the goals done? Because I know you're an expert in that. And how would you be able to explain that to them?
Well, first, I'm not entirely an expert. I just do my case studies, but I don't have any PhD or MD or anything like that. So, you know, when it comes to ADD, it's obviously going to be a focus condition. So even with that said, like my daughter has ADHD, and one of the biggest things with her is like finding your rhythm, because even with ADD and ADHD, if you're passionate and you love something, even the most focused, detracted, or have the ability to focus on something if they really actually love that one specific thing. So one of the things I, you know, because what you just asked me is like a two-part question, where one is like, how do you get going, right? And then you know, and how do people with ADHD or ADD be able to
Or just
pursue
people
this? So,
without that just get going. How do they get that
right.
started?
One of the biggest things for me, and you know, I'm very human, as with all of us. We're all very real people, and we all go through our own personal battles, especially physically or be it mentally. And I, for one, can attest to that. And everybody knows my story personally, where I'm an overthinker and I'm over cerebral, and that's ultimately a lot of times is also my Achilles heel, simply because I, you know, allow so many thoughts to enter my head, to where thoughts like doubt, procrastination, or even thoughts like, you know, self-defeat kind of mentality to sometimes overwhelm my own thought process. And, you know, based on the research that I've done a lot just on like, you know, how to succeed in everything. I also realized, you know, the brain goes through about 20 to 25,000 thoughts on a daily basis. That's a lot of thoughts to go through every day. And so when we're talking about thoughts, it can go from, you know, it can go from anxiety to inquisitive to doubt to funny to laughter. You know, there's a lot of emotions and thoughts that are your brain are actually processing on a daily basis. And so one of the things that I felt was a huge asset in Rising Tide is the Rising Tide mindset. And you guys will see that in the Rising Tide 3 website. And a lot of the videos there is ultimately what helped me and Nikki, because when you look at those collage of videos, that was an extremely important part for me specifically, because I understand that our thought processes are going haywire. I could be in the car sitting in traffic and some guy who cuts me off, I can get super peed off, or I could be thinking about how am I going to be paying my bills? What are the things that I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to pick up this, I'm supposed to pick up that. So the thoughts are being detracted all over the place as we're going through the day. But the thing is that I, you know, the audios that I, you know, put together with the Rising Tide mindset are all collage of very successful people throughout the, you know, throughout our generations, from Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, Tony Bilyeu, and you know, Navy SEALs, and Gary Vee, and various other people that have ultimately succeeded where we want to be. And for them to, you know, and I did my best to theme base each and every video based on how you're feeling and what you're going through. Maybe you're going through a day where you just feel absolutely defeated, right? Maybe you're going through a day where you feel like, man, I have to start all over again. You know, and these kind of thoughts are sometimes overwhelming us. And so with that said, like when I came across those videos and started playing them instead of music, like instead of listening to like Gucci Gang, and because what's that gonna do? You know, ultimately it entertains us and pacifies time frames, right? But at the end of the day, it really holds no value other than just nice tunes to satisfy our brainwaves. But other than that, when you actually listen to very successful people, you'll start to realize as you continue to listen to them, very similar tones of what it takes to succeed. And just about every one of them are laying down the foundation to help us understand what it does take to succeed. And listening to that instead of listening to everything else, it really put us into a place where we stay mentally strong, disciplined, focused. And not only that, Mel Robbins was probably a huge asset to her teaching the 5-second rule too. Because oftentimes, like, we'll wake up and we're like, man, we got to get this thing going, but we don't get going. So she implements a 5-second rule, a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. And then no matter what, the moment that you make that countdown, it's time to get up, get moving throughout the day and get started. Make your bed, things like that. So, these were all like little strategies that I allowed to get embedded into our mindset and brainwaves. So that way you're instilling and what you call manifesting internalization of proper successful thinking. And this is extremely important because a lot of our mindsets have not been trained. We live our life based on our experiences and what we go through. But let's be honest here. If we're looking at our parents that taught us the way, and we could ultimately want to look at who our parents are, what they've done, what they've achieved, were they able to accomplish anything? And ultimately, so I follow the philosophy of you don't learn how to be a millionaire from a homeless person. You don't learn fishing from a carpenter, right? It's just the way it is. So ultimately, if you're gonna listen to advice of people that actually are where you want to be. So that way you're building your synapses in your brain cells to think correctly, properly. So that way you're pursuing whatever your pursuit or endeavor may be, you understand the fundamental approach to do anything in everything that you do. That's extremely important. That way you understand that, okay, this is my goal. This is what I'm looking to accomplish. This is what I'm aiming to achieve. Therefore, I will not end and I will not stop. And all these successful people are laying down the groundwork mentally to get you in that place. So that way you don't stop. You don't quit at the first sign of adversity. You don't feel like you should just end everything the moment you face few challenges. Because the truth is that in everything that we do, no matter what, I don't care what it is that you do, should you decide that you're going to pursue any type of skill set, I don't care what it is, you're going to go through setbacks. You're going to go through challenges. You're going to go through hiccups. Nothing as I ever witnessed gone spotless or perfect the first time around. It just doesn't exist to me. So to me, I accepted a long time ago in any endeavor that I should pursue that I give myself allowance to F up, to give myself allowance to screw up, make mistakes. It's okay to fail. But as long as we continue to understand our failures as well as depict and completely dissect as to where we failed, how we can make things better, then you're always at a state of progress. And as Tony Robbins said, progress equals happiness. So every day you're looking to get better. Where did I screw up? Ask yourself this question. How can we make that solution to get past it, right? And so these are things, and again, the rising tide mindset that we put together with all the, and I take no credit for that. All I take credit for is basically putting it together in one page for you guys, so that way you can kind of like go into it and let all those teachings manifest in you, and rather listening to that in your car. Look, by the way, all the videos that were put together, we don't watch them. We just listen to them. What you want to do, the proper way to do it, because all of us have our own perception and our visualization in the way we see things. So what you want to do is you want to just hit the play button and let it just play like music. So that way, all the manifestations of the visuals that create in your mind is yours to create that visual of what your success is, of what your challenges are. If you're watching the video, then you're pretty much accepting the passive, accepting the information as a passivity, kind of like you're watching TV. That's not what you want to do. You want to create an active mindset to where if you're going to listen to this audio, at least you're actively, mentally visualizing the pictures of what success means to you and the construct in which how it's laid out in order for you to succeed. Hopefully that helps.
Thank you, Charles. Yeah, you should see all the compliments. Everybody loves you. They're like, this helped. This is great. We love this. And just to add on to what Charles said, you know, you have to prioritize. Once you get your mindset right with what the tools that Charles is telling you and advising you, you have to prioritize. We did that a lot. There's so many times where we didn't have much in the fridge because we just didn't go to the store, but we had to talk to a new agent, or we had to bring someone on board, or I had to do a booking, and we're like, that's fine, we'll just eat rice and vegetable right now. You know, what is more important when you put your business or whatever you want to succeed in a live or die situation, you will succeed. I promise you. We've done that so many times on numerous occasions. I remember so many things that we had to give up, places that we were supposed to go meet people, or you know, things that we were supposed to do that we had to kind of pick and choose. Okay, is this going to help our future? Is this not going to help our future? You really have to prioritize. I mean, you know, you have to look at the situation, right? Do I call these people in my phone for an hour, or do I watch a show? Well, you have to look at the outcome. So again, like I said, you got to really put it in a live or die situation. You got to prioritize, and you got to go full-fledged, full force, get your mindset right, and then just say, I'm doing this, and this is all I'm going to do. Because it will be a little bit hard at the beginning, and you will have to sacrifice, but it's so worth it at the end. Trust me. Charles and I, you know, we did that, and then now it's just, you feel so free. You're like, oh, I did it. I achieved it. I accomplished it. And it kind of gets a little bit it is a good habit. It's success habits is what it is. And you never stop there. Once you achieve a goal, it's crazy, because Charles and I said, okay, we can chill out, or we can relax when we hit, you know, 1 star, but that didn't stop. We're like, oh, what the heck? It's only 500 more people. We got it through routine. Let's do another 500 people. And it becomes a success habit, and you don't stop making the money that you make. You keep going up and up and up. And I see Charles Lee in his new Tesla. Charles, why don't you show us your new Tesla? Big shot. Show us your car.
I'm not in the Tesla. I was cleaning out the other car.
Sorry, you want to see the Lexus then? All right, you guys have a great, amazing day. I am going to give it back to Marnie so she can say goodbye and take us home. I love you guys. Take care. Get your homework done. Get your plan made. I want to see them next week. I will be on next week. We'll have new slides. Back to you, Marnie.
Wait, hold on. Yes, AJ, the answer is 100% yes. I was able to purchase it through the income that we make from what we do here. Absolutely, 100%. It's 100% Evolution Travel Agent made.
Yeah, you guys can do it too. Again, you just duplicate exactly what they tell us. And that's exactly what I did. Because again, I was working full time, and I got to 1 star doing it part time just by duplicating and, you know, listening to exactly what they tell you to do. We've got, you know, they've got the plans set out for everybody. They've got the team building training. They've got the booking training. You just have to follow and don't look too much into it. It's very simple. And again, be coachable, and, you know, we can all do it. It is attainable. So you know, and again, this is a great start. I know we have a lot of new agents on here. As far as like the partners that I put together, we do not have a lot of golds that I could, you know, attach with the newer people. So that's why we're still all here to help you guys. But I know there's a few of you that, you know, are newer. But again, you know, we're all doing the same thing anyway. We're all helping and learning the same stuff. So just again, reach out. I did get a lot of texts that I'm going to be going in and cleaning up and trying to make sure you guys got everything you need. And then I'll be sending out the pictures and calendar that Nicole set up. So again, I hope to see you guys all next Sunday. Do your homework. Thank you again for spending this Sunday with us, and hope to see you on the Q&A and corporate training tonight. And you guys have a fabulous day. Love you all. Have fun. And again, I appreciate your guys' time. Bye-bye.